Now, that is just one example of the incredible difference that the International Medical Corps is making all over the world. In fact, at the Clinton Foundation and the Clinton Global Initiative, we partner with IMC on a range of projects, helping to train health workers in Nepal to provide better care to burn victims, working to end the cycle of poverty and violence for adolescent girls in Haiti, helping women in developing countries overcome their disproportionate vulnerability to illness and disease. And I've also been so proud of what the IMC and those who it has trained have been doing to respond to the humanitarian crisis in Syria. In fact, we know that a political solution is the best way to end the bloodshed, but that it is a long and difficult road to that end. And the Syrian people are suffering right now and need help. That's why IMC, thanks to generous supporters like yourselves, is there providing medical care and distributing supplies and helping more refugees who are trying to flee their shattered communities. I've often wondered, why is the IMC approach so effective? I've worked with many, many humanitarian groups over decades, and people all have good hearts and good intentions, but not everyone really delivers or knows how to be flexible and agile enough to adapt to the changing circumstances they find. I think it's because when you look at what IMC does, they mount a quick response to a crisis because they have built capacity at the local level. They really have helped people move from relief to self-reliance. They ask themselves, what can we do to train people not just for the disaster right now, but for whatever comes next, and then have them continue to care for the sick and the injured in their own communities? What resources will not just solve the immediate crisis, but expand access to clean water or reliable energy? What will help a population be better prepared for a natural disaster? Now, make no mistake, the IMC treats the symptoms in the most acute moments, but more importantly, they look at the causes of crises and then go to work to build up capacity for the next time a problem arises. This is truly what sets them apart from so many others. Just think about it. We can't predict the next earthquake like what we saw in Japan, or divert the next typhoon like the one battering the Philippines, and we certainly, despite our best efforts, can't snap our fingers and put an end to war and violence, although we are making finally some progress in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But if we help equip communities and train people in those communities to be their own first responders, then that next crisis, natural or man-made, is less likely to have such devastating effects. And people will be more resilient in the face of these challenges and work their way out of the tragedies when they inevitably come. In my experience, men and women around the world are eager to build stronger, more productive communities. They don't want to rely on the charity of others, but they need help. They need help to build up their own capacity. And again, I think of that refugee camp in Goma. I met with the residents there. In fact, the elected leaders of the camp showed me around. They had lost everything. They had suffered unspeakable atrocities, but their spirits were still so alive and vibrant. They weren't sitting around waiting for people to pity them. They were asking just for that helping hand, and IMC was there to offer it. They wanted to get their children in school. They wanted to open even more health clinics to care for those who kept flooding into the camp, and they wanted to live without chronic fear, and mostly they wanted to go home. So I believe as we look ahead, we need more partners like the International Medical Corps because they are doing good where it's most needed. They are making a difference where even a little bit of help can be revolutionary. They know the best remedy is to go upstream and try to stop the problems from coming down in such a flood. And they are doing that because they have your help. So thank you. I feel like this honor for me and the other honorees really should go to all of those in the field who are doing this work day by day on the front lines. But I, for one, have seen it, and I am grateful, and I thank all of you for supporting this remarkable organization. Thank you all very much.